Hello, hello. I do believe we are live. Welcome into this week's live mastermind session and Q&A for Course Creators Hub. If you're just joining me, please say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from and what the time is there. I would love to know. And let me just check the audio. If you can hear me and see me okay, please give me a thumbs up in the comments below. Looks like I'm on my YouTube channel. Hang on. Let me double check here. Check the audio. Okay, it looks good there. All right, I got a thumbs up. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks so much. And while you're telling me where you're tuning in from and what the time is, I will finish up getting all of the tech sorted and we'll be ready to dive in. If you have any questions for me as we're going along, please go ahead and drop them in the comments below. How are you guys doing today? Almost there. All right, good deal. Let me see. Pull up the chat. All right. I think we have it. All right. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. We are coming live for this week's live mastermind and Q&A. This is for the Course Creators Hub, which is my community on Skool, and for anybody that's in Course Creators Academy as well. This is your opportunity to come hang out with us, just be in the vibe if you want to be in the vibe, and or bring your questions to us on anything that you're working on related to your online course, your, whether you're mapping out your course idea, your course curriculum, anything that you're going to be including in your course. You're working on pricing, you're working on strategy, all the things to be able to create, launch, and sell your online courses and coaching programs with ease, without overwhelm, and having a step-by-step plan to be able to help you get your course idea out of your head and launched out into the world and serving your beautiful students. So a couple of announcements that I wanted to go over as you're joining. And again, go ahead and if you have questions as we're going through these, feel free to drop them in the comments below, whether you are joining me over live on YouTube or you are in the Ultimate Course Creators Hub. If you navigate over to the calendar in the Course Creators Hub, you can click on the event here and go directly to the link to be able to access the YouTube live, as well as the replay and everything will be accessible through the hub, so you can directly access it or access it right there for you. So a couple of exciting announcements. We are now celebrating. We are at 117 members, including myself. I make up one of those members. So we are a little over 5 weeks old in this community, and it is so incredible to see all of our beautiful members joining each and every single day into the hub. Whether you're finding this through paid marketing, organic marketing, I market through Meta ads, so through utilizing paid traffic, as well as on YouTube, Instagram, email marketing, Facebook marketing, and so forth, as well as in Skool. It's really incredible too, because Skool also markets your business for you too. So if you are on the Skool platform and you're hosting a community, you can automatically, the Skool platform sends you traffic by putting you in the recommended searches and on the discovery page. So if you see there are thousands and thousands of Skool communities online, all different kind of niches, all different kind of areas of expertise. And you can kind of look at the particular categories that we have here, from hobbies to music, money, spirituality, tech, health, sports, self-improvement, and more. So the sky is the limit. Your sky's not even the limit, as I like to say. Like, if you have a course idea, and we teach you how inside the Ultimate Course Creators Hub, how to validate that course idea to make sure it is a profitable online course topic and one that will sell. We teach you how to do that step by step, and how to take it from ideation to actually launching it and filling it with your dream students and so forth. So this is just, again, an exciting opportunity for you to do this now. And one of the announcements I do have for you, in addition to celebrating all of our new members. So again, whether you found us through paid traffic, through like coming to me through a Facebook or Meta ad, or on one of my social media platforms, or on YouTube, or through discovery with Skool, because Skool does send you leads and sends you clients. That is what is, one of the incredible things about it, is that they send you leads as well. So no matter how you found me, we're so excited to have you. We cannot wait to help you to be able to take your course idea from ideation to implementation and selling your online courses and filling it with your dream students too, so you can meet your ultimate income goals, impact goals, and just have fun, right? So one of the announcements that I have for you is that Skool announced yesterday, I believe it was, that they have now come out with a $9 membership option. So if you are a new course creator, or you're looking, maybe you're a coach and you're looking to monetize your expertise, and you want to create a platform in order to host that expertise. So you want to have a community, content, and service to provide to your members. You can now, especially if you're like in the hobbies niche, you can now monetize and have a Skool community for just $9 a month. And I do have an affiliate link. I will drop that in the comments below if you would like to be able to start your Skool membership and use my affiliate code. I would be more than excited to share that with you, and so grateful for you to use my code. So I will drop that down in the comments below for you. But for just $9 a month, they were the other program that they have is $99 a month. And so they have a new option too for more of the hobby creator. So it's a lower barrier to enter, and it still has so many incredible benefits for you and features for you to be able to host this platform. So, you can kind of look at the two different plans when you're looking at it. Let's see if I can look at the plans here. No, let's see if I create your own, if it'll show you. I won't go too much into this. Let's see if it'll show you the pricing plan here. Yes. So the pricing plan here and the difference. So if you can see that the $9 a month hobby kind of category, I mean, and this is like if you have a community on pickleball or beekeeping or calligraphy or art or music, anything that follows in those categories of hobbies, it basically unlocks all the features, unlimited members. You can also host unlimited courses inside your community. So whether you have a freemium community, like if it's a free group for people to enter and join for free, and then you have upsell opportunities in the classroom where your students can buy courses, you can have unlimited courses inside your community. You can have one admin, and it's a 10% transaction fee. So they, collect 10%. Once you collect payment, they would collect 10% on your transaction fee. You do not get the custom URL option, which that may or may not be a big deal to you. And it does hide suggested community, or can't hide suggested communities. So the 99 Pro basically unlocks everything, all the features, unlimited members, unlimited courses, unlimited admin. So as you're growing, that's important to be able to have more people to help you to be able to monitor and serve the community as well. The transaction fees are 2.9%. So it looks like a significant savings there. You do get the custom URL and hide suggested communities. So you do on either plan whether you're doing the $9 a month plan or the $99 a month plan, they do offer a 14-day free trial. So if you're looking for a learning management system, a place to be able to host not only community, but content, calendar, service, all of that baked into one platform, Skool is the way to go. And for just as little as $9 a month, where else are you going to be able to find that? That is your payment provider, everything all wrapped up in one. So as you can tell, I'm a fan. I love Skool. I will also, again, if you're interested in checking it out, I'll drop my affiliate code in the description box below for you to be able to check it out. And you can come on here. And if you're kind of like, curious as to what different courses, programs, things like that are available or included in a particular category, you can click on that category just to give yourself an idea and just browse through all of the hundreds and thousands of communities that are on Skool already, free and paid, and kind of get an idea of particular course topics that people are already building community around, already building courses around, already monetizing, which is a big piece of when you're looking at picking a profitable online course topic and trying to go through that validation process to understand, what things you're interested in, what you would be passionate about creating an online course and community around. You don't have to create a community around. You can certainly have it as a self-study course without community. But if you are looking to build community, which I love having community, I love building it with my members, I do feel you get a much better outcome and output if you are building your online courses and coaching programs with your members. So you are directly getting the feedback of what's working for them, where any gaps you may have in your particular content are, and so forth. So that will help you to be able to not only determine that it's a profitable topic for you, something that people are willing to invest in. And this certainly tells you that, right? Because there are tons of communities, tons of online courses built around these various topics that people are interested in, AKA there's members in it, and that people are willing to pay for, because you're seeing that. For instance, this calligraphy school is $9 a month and it's got 1.3K members in it for people that are all interested in calligraphy, whether it's for a hobby, whether it's for their business or so forth. And on top of that, inside the community, much like what we have in the Ultimate Course Creators Hub, currently the hub is free to join, but then once you're in the community, not only do you have free content available for you for the free courses, coaching, and tools and resources, but you also have additional products and services that you can upgrade into when you're ready to take that next step and get more support in building, growing, and scaling out your online course and coaching business. So exciting news. If you've been on the fence at all on looking at Skool as your learning management system and community platform, that is a great opportunity. For as little as $9 a month, you can test it out for yourself for your own business, and also take advantage of the 14-day free trial. So let me know if you have any questions on that. Okay. So we went over that we are celebrating all of our new members. And if you look at our map, it is growing. It is incredible to see the amount of people that are joining us from all over the world. Lots of people in the United States and Canada. We've got United Kingdom. We've got over here in, where are we here? We are, let's see, where looks like in Nigeria, India, Kuwait, Australia, Indonesia. Like, it is so incredible to see India. I think I already said that. How many people are joining us from all around the world, and it's really incredible. So if you're just joining us, take a look at the map, see where you're at in the map, make sure you are going ahead and introducing yourself inside the community. You can come to the community tab here and do an introduction post. In fact, if you look in the classroom in the Start Here module, I give you the steps, step by step, on how to make the most of your membership. So you can come here for Start Your Journey, and there is a welcome post here, and you can click on it and go ahead. It has a little template even for you on how to, like, basically fill in the blanks to introduce yourself. tell us a little bit about your business, tell us about your course idea, etc. So go ahead and make sure to do that. Say hello, get on the map. Also, other things I have for you this week is looking at our leaderboards. So for you, maybe that you're newer to Skool, you may not be familiar with this so much yet, or maybe you've been around a while and you do understand it. But Skool is very gamified. So meaning that every action you take inside Skool, so whether you are learning, you're watching the videos, you're taking action on the content, you're engaging in the community, liking posts, commenting on posts, providing feedback to one another, you are given points basically for your activity. So then you have these leaderboards. So you can see on the leaderboards, there's a 7-day leaderboard, 30-day leaderboard, and all-time leaderboard. You can see where you score and where you rank on the leaderboards based on your activity. And the more active you are, the higher you rank up. So you can see inside my community here, I am now a level 5 based on all of the activity that I have taken, implemented and taken action on inside the community. So as you level up, I have an opportunity for some more work here, because as you level up, certain features will unlock for you as we build them out. So the one thing that I have on the level 2 is the course topic clarity blueprint. So that is a course. It's actually module 1 of Course Creators Academy, which is my signature online course and coaching program. I have unlocked that for you and created its own little mini course on that, and helps you to create your profitable course topic. So we have to celebrate, and I want to congratulate you, because we have even more people that have achieved this level so far. So we had an announcement post last week on, I think it was Nez Cook and Tony had already graduated on that. I think Mandy was another one that graduated. So now we have Joey Clark, we have Denise Loftus, we have Rachel, we have Jessica, Mandy Lynn. That was the one that I did recognize for last week. We have Dr. Shade. Nez we had already recognized last week, as well as Tony Gordon. So congratulations to each and every one of you. If I mispronounced your name, I apologize in advance. But the more important thing is that means you're taking action. That means that you are getting involved in the community. And as a reminder, we have the community. So you'll always see new posts, anything, as far as like using the community itself and community guidelines. I did create a post the other day. Where did I put it? On how to use the community. So what to post inside the community. So basically, in a nutshell, and I asked you if you would just put agree on this once you've read it. So basically, in a nutshell, posts that we love include like sharing a recent win or breakthrough in your business, something for you, something in your for your clients, something in your life. Like, we want to celebrate all of the milestone moments or mini breakthroughs in your life, big or small, documenting a strategy that's working with you. So these are your tips, your best practices, what's working for you right now, what's working for your clients, asking thoughtful questions that will benefit others as well, offering helpful insight or sharing a resource that you find helpful for you, for your clients, sharing that with our community members so other people can benefit from that too. Updates on your course or your course progress or mindset shifts. So what aha moments did you have as you're working through the course material that I provide to you in the classrooms, those types of things. Any questions that you have related to the course material, inviting collaboration or feedback in a genuine way. So not only are these all ways to help other members get to know you as members inside of the community, excuse me, but it's also a way for members to get to learn more about your business, right? So you never know where your next client is residing. Your next client could be another member inside of this community. So we don't want to pitch. We don't want to have self-promo without context or value. Like, that's not what we're here for. And you've seen that happen in many Facebook groups over the years. And Facebook groups have once used to be, tons and tons of groups thriving, but then they became like pitch fest, and then they became graveyards because everybody, didn't want to just be pitched to all the time, so don't do that. We don't want that. So you will receive gentle guidance from me, if I, see it. And then, if it continues to happen, then we'll remove the post and we'll have conversations with you and potentially remove you from the community if that is happening, because we want to make sure that we are respecting others and this isn't a pitch fest. We don't want salesy pitches or random links to offers. We don't want one-sided conversations of what I can get out of you. And we don't want complaints without contribution or intention to grow. So absolutely share, what's going on for you. It's, where the frustrations are. But we always, as empowered leaders and visionary leaders, we always want to be able to, turn those things that we perceive as roadblocks and failures and so forth into gold and turn them into lessons. And how can we make that work for us and not to us? So always kind of thinking of it from that perspective is only going to benefit, not only going to benefit you, but benefit others. So basically post to give, not to take. And when you share your value, people will want to learn more about you. They will become more interested in you and your offers, etc. So that is kind of the guidelines on what to post inside the community as well. So as you're going through the Start Here module, it goes into sharing all of that with you. So the level 2 winners, again, congratulations for unlocking the course topic. I'll show you here. You unlocked level 2, which is the course topic clarity blueprint mini course. So that is a full course here with also resources and ways to be able to dive deeper. So any questions you're having as you're working through that content, or as you're working through the 1 hour to course clarity, there's 2 mini courses. There's course clarity 1 and there's course clarity version 2, both a bit different in context and context. So make sure to work through all of those. And there are tools and resources available as well for you as to walk you through that. But that's to help you identify a profitable niche and course topic, as well as how to identify who your dream client is and the outcome, the transformation that you're offering your students, and then how to go through module mapping. So how do you map out, like how do you take it from an idea and determining what that overall transformation is, what we call your A to B journey, where your student is before working with you, where they are after working out with you, and then what that transformation bridge is between the A and B. And then how do you break that up into those milestones and AKA the modules and the phases that your students are going to go through. And then what, with each phase, with each module, how many lessons are going to be in each lesson, and how, what you're going to include in each module, each lesson, as far as your deliverables that help your students to be able to implement what you're teaching them, taking action on what you're teaching them, so they can get the result that ultimately the lesson promises, the module promises, and ultimately the overall transformation promises. So we work through that, and through that, as well as a pre-sale blueprint in here. And I give you the exact email scripts that you can utilize, whether you're doing outreach via email or direct message or Facebook post, etc., to be able to pre-sell your course before you even build out a lesson plan or anything like that. So before you start recording any of that, you can pre-sell your course and build it live with your students. So then when you have all of your slides and all of your resources in here as well. So make sure once you join us in the membership and you work through that Start Here module, going through all of the steps on how to get the most out of the community, you say hello, you introduce yourself, you engage with others, make sure that you take action, right? And action takers get results, and clarity comes from action. So you want to be making sure every single day you're taking one step in the direction of your goals and dreams by doing something for your business. So I give you the exact blueprint on how to do that. And then how to get questions answered. So each week we have this live Q&A. So you can come here. There's a post pinned here, as well as you will see it on the community tab where you can pre-submit your questions. So we do have one question pre-submitted. So I will be answering that for Tony in just a minute. And then also, if you want personalized video guidance, you can pre-submit questions here and I will do a video feedback for you to go over if this is anything in particular you're wanting me to look at. Maybe you're wanting me to look at your course curriculum. You're wanting me to look at anything that your slides, your marketing, your messaging, your anything that you're working on, you can put it here and give me the links to whatever it is that you're working on, and I can give you direct feedback and guidance there. Also, we have an opportunity to share your offer and get proof. So if you are looking to build customer testimonials, you're looking to build that social proof on your offer, you can go ahead and pitch your offer and offer 3 free 30-minute sessions for other members to collaborate with you. So this is the opportunity. Say you have a new offer and you want to have somebody, to get some feedback, get some testimonials. You can share that offer. You can hop on a phone call. You can do a bit of coaching and guidance with that particular member, and then ask that member for a free testimonial in exchange for the value that you've provided them. So this is a wonderful way, an opportunity to not only put your offer into action and get used to working with members in a less barrier to entry. It's not as scary when it is a peer-to-peer coaching that you're doing, and you're swapping services as well with each other. So that takes a little bit more pressure off of it and really helps to validate your offer and validate your framework as you're working through that framework with another member and kind of getting your feet wet with that and starting to build your social proof. So that you have an opportunity to do that. All right. So also we have for you the opportunity, if you look in the Start Here section, for July, there has a new post that is up for the July Stay Accountable and went up to $250 in rewards. So what we do is every month we have a post here, basically an opportunity for you to be eligible to win prizes. So this is your space to declare your goals. So each Monday, declaring your goals, and then to help you stay accountable. When you publicly commit goals in front of others, you're more likely to do them than versus staying accountable just to yourself. So this is a way to be able to unlock up to $250 in other prizes. So discounts and personalized audits and premium templates, discounts on services and courses and more. So it starts at 9 a.m. on Monday. So I give you the exact format to post your 3 weekly goals in the thread, and then update us at least once during the week, and then cheer each other on. So that's part of the criteria, is collaborate, cheer one another on as well. So you'll see in July here the exact steps on how to be able to do that. So submit your goals weekly. So this is your accountability thread. You can see it not only in the Start Here section on step 2, but it's also on the community tab as well. I think I have it pinned. I'll look at that in just a second. So before 9 a.m. Eastern, reply to your comment with a quick update. So when you're posting your goals, for example, the week of July 7th, you will also, before 9 a.m. on Monday, go back and give me the update on the goals that you set for the prior week, right? So we want to see what you did last week and understand, what progress did you make? What was your biggest win, and what clarity or lesson came through that exercise? So the exercise you set yourself to be able to achieve these 3 particular goals. And then for the bonus momentum points, again, this is where you're encouraging other creators by cheering them on. Simple as like, you've got this, or, a GIF even is incredible. So it runs Monday through Monday. So Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern through the following Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern. I mean, if you submit your goals later on Monday for the week, like this week, that's fine. But I need to close it. So I need your update, even if it's Sunday, that's great. But I need your update for the prior week by Monday at 9 a.m. So again, you're going to be eligible for, if you do that, you post your goals and you give us your progress report at the end of the week on how you made out on accomplishing those goals, you'll be entered into prize giveaways. So the weekly giveaways are up to $50 value. And this is where you get personalized feedback sessions, you get premium templates, coaching discounts, bonus resources, etc. And the grand prize draw once a month is then that $250. So if you show up all 4 weeks, you follow the format and you support others, you're going to be entered into the grand prize of up to $250 in rewards bundled at the end of each month. So make sure you take advantage of that. And really, it's about supporting you and helping you to be able to achieve your goals and dreams. So that is that for the July goal setting and accountability and prizes, as well as I will be putting up another post and to determine what other things, and let me know if you're, just watching this right now, or if you're watching it, the replay, that's fine too. You can give us a hashtag replay, but let us know what things are exciting to you. What would you like to see as prizes? What would you like to see as level rewards as well? So like, as we're leveling up, I believe there's 9 levels that you can achieve in Skool. What are the things that would be meaningful and important and exciting for you to be able to earn as you're leveling up in Skool? Let us know so we can add those to the list to bring to you as well. So July workshop updates, let me know again if you have any questions as we're moving along. So we are hosting a monthly workshop for the month of July. So as you've seen with, for instance, 1 hour to course clarity 1 and 2, version 3 will be rolling out in the end of July. So I'm looking at, I believe it is July 31st is the date that we will be looking at rolling out version 3. And I have a post up here to help me pick our July workshop topic. So what we do every month is basically look at doing a deep dive in a particular topic. You have an overall, like if you look at online course creation, from ideation to selling your online course to scaling your online course, there's a lot of steps in between. Ultimately, course creation is the overarching topic, but there's a lot within that particular topic. So what we've done is each month we're diving deeper in our given time frame on the particular area that you've told us that you need help with. Right. So the first time we did it, it was a big overarching workshop. And then we dove deeper into more curriculum building on version 2. So I did a poll and you guys have been voting on this. And thank you so much for everybody that's participated in the poll and that's provided feedback. Thank you so much for your feedback. It's been really, really helpful. And it looks like here we've gotten the most votes so far on needing help with naming, pricing, and delivery format. So getting really clear on what you're offering. And then here's kind of, if you look back in module or version 2.0, we dove a bit deeper into outlining your course content. In fact, I think I have the slides pulled up here from the 2.0 version, where we're kind of going into some of the mistakes people make, how to discover your unique expertise. And then we also have some AI prompts in there to be able to help you do that. So we went all the way through validating your course idea, all the way through really mapping out the transformation and what to put in your course. So now what we're looking at here, so if you need more help, I would go back to going through 1.0 and go, so you have the understanding of the overall transformation and, getting started on that. But if you need a deeper dive on top of it, I would go to 2.0 for 1 hour to course clarity. And knowing that like they're only roughly 60 to 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours by the time we finished and did Q&A. So between 1 to 2 hours each full mini course. So it's not that long for you to be able to go through. You can go through one, say today would be Tuesday, right? Today's Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. And then the next one on Thursday. So you could get through it 2 days easily. And then take action on the action steps that I assign to you and post them in the community for feedback and guidance from your peers and from myself to make sure that the content's really resonating with you and you're understanding it and getting the most out of the time you're working on it to make sure everything's on track. So the next step here is looking like, we're kind of still a little bit fuzzy on outlining that course topic, but most of you are wanting help more with the naming, pricing, and delivery. So for the workshop number 3, which I'll be adding it here to the calendar it will probably take place right here, this 3 p.m. instead of the Zoom entering that day. I will adjust that schedule and we will have the workshop here. And let me know what time works best for you. So right now, the way we've been running them is we've been going live at the workshops we do at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on generally the last Thursday of the month. So let me know if you could post in the community. Let me know what time. In fact, I'll put a poll up. Let me just make a note for that as well. Poll workshop times. So I can relatively try to schedule a time that works best for the majority for live. And of course, the replay is available for you too inside the community. And then once the replay is available for 48 hours, then I do package up the replay and then I sell that for as a low ticket item in the funnel, like through tripwires and through single self-liquidating offers. So that's another way that I teach you as well to generate some other additional income in your business. So that is what we have for that. So we've kind of talked about celebrating our new members. We've talked about our leaderboard updates. We've talked about our level 2 winners. And we've also talked about Skool's new announcement with their $9 plan, the $9 monthly membership plan, and my affiliate code if you'd like to take advantage of that. We've talked about setting your July goals and how to keep yourself accountable and how to help keep other members inside the community accountable, as well as prizes that are up for grabs and our workshop for July. So some other things too that for questions, and we're about to start the question round here in just a minute. So if you have any other questions as we're going through, go ahead and drop those in the question thread or on the comment section below this video. So the other ways, after you have finished working through the 1 hour to course clarity 1.0, 2.0 versions, some other ways that you may not be aware of that you have to be able to work with me and go deeper. I have a couple of different options for you to be able to get support. So the one thing I have for you as an exclusive member of the Skool community, the Ultimate Course Creators Hub, you do get access to 7 days of WhatsApp support with me I believe I have it for, let me see, how much is that? Yes, I wasn't sure if I changed the price. I couldn't remember yet. So right now it's just $7 a week to be able to get WhatsApp support with me. So this is where you have access to me via WhatsApp. I will check on you every single day, see what you're working on, where you're stuck, what you need support with, and give you guidance via WhatsApp. That will be going up to $33 a week. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go ahead and click on the 7-day WhatsApp support accountability and book in your spot right now. The 60-minute roadmap session, this is where we will do a personalized roadmap session for you as a member of CCH. You can book in a roadmap session for just $97. Normally, my rate is $297 an hour. So this is an exclusive benefit to you as a thank you and as being a member of the community as well. And this is where we will go through and work on whatever you're working on. So this is where we will, kind of help you get clarification for your course, help you to map out your next steps, everything from the course, the deliverables, the pricing, the packaging, the marketing, etc., what your launch plan is for that. So anything that you want to work on during that time, you can utilize that time to get specific guidance from me on that and build out your step-by-step blueprint. If you are looking for 30-day course support, this is where not only do you get the 60-minute roadmap session with me, but you also get a mid-month check-in, so we can kind of work on wherever you're getting stuck along the way and get you some clarity on that. And then you also have another follow-up call in the end. Plus, you get the 60-minute kickoff, a 30-minute midpoint check-in, and a 60-minute final session with me. Plus, you get 30 days of WhatsApp support. So this is your opportunity to get real-time feedback, clarity, and momentum on your plan and structure to be able to launch your course with confidence. And that one right now is currently priced at $297, normally $597. So again, it discounted for you as being a member of the Ultimate Course Creators Hub. And then if you're ready to jump in Ultimate or Course Creators Academy, you can jump in for as little as $97 a month or a one-time investment of $997. So that is currently housed on my WordPress website. So this is your full course, your full curriculum already built out for you. We've already got beautiful, incredible students inside that are working through the course curriculum that are getting incredible results. We've got all of the modules, all of the resources available for you. You look at the resource vault, I've got tons of resources in here from your course book, your action guide, your planners, your launch templates, your workbooks, so your custom workbook templates to be able to create workbooks for your students, anything from everything to help you with marketing. So all of your templates for hosting master classes, your templates for putting together your sales pages, for your thumbnail covers, for your module covers, like your social media marketing templates. I have everything in here for you already ready to go. So if that's something you're looking for step-by-step support with, then you can take advantage of jumping into Course Creators Academy to be able to learn how to create an online course from scratch that sells and even goes viral. So this program is built out for you to help you to be able to do this within just 60 days or less. So not only do you have all of the content, but you have the community and you have the weekly live Zoom calls with me as well to get support and daily support through the hub and answering or asking any of your questions in the hub. All right, so any questions on that, feel free to drop them in the community or send me a DM and I'd be happy to give you some guidance and figure out where you would best land in being able to get some guidance on that. So one of the questions that we got, let's take a look at that today as we are diving in. So Tony's question here. This week, he's working on his sales page for his 12-week blast program. So congratulations, Tony, for getting to the sales page. That is incredible. And again, if you want me and my feedback on it or your peers inside the community to take a look at the sales page or to take a look at your lead magnet, feel free to post them in the community for feedback. We would love to be able to give you some guidance on that. So he's working on sales page and then he wants his lead magnet to be ready to promote your program. So lead magnets are really important because you want to be able to have a way to be able to generate really highly qualified leads, people that are interested in your online course or coaching program by having basically a small taste of what you're working through. So we teach you in Course Creators Academy how to reverse engineer a mini solution from your overall transformation inside your online course or coaching program. This should be a piece of it. So for instance, if Tony has a 12-week program or online course, he would potentially have 12 modules, give or take, depending on if he has any weeks slotted out for implementation weeks. Maybe it's more implementation, not more content that particular week. But just use the example, if he has 12 weeks of content, then he would take out a portion of, if he looked at like a piece of those 12 weeks, kind of looking maybe between weeks 2 and 5 even of that particular transformation, and taking a snippet of it, of that particular module, and creating a resource from that particular module. So here's where we would look at checklists, cheat sheets, workbooks, planners, etc., like mini courses, master or workshops, boot camps, things like that, based on that little piece of the transformation that is overall transformation offers. And the reason we want to do that is because we want to make sure that our lead magnet naturally leads in. One, it is only going to call out the audience that's interested in that particular transformation. So you want to make sure it's a clear, hyper-specific transformation that you are creating the solution around, but you also want to make sure that it naturally leads in and is part of the overall transformation that you're offering. So it should be relevant to the topic that you are solving, the problem you're solving in your overall transformation. So having that lead magnet. So for instance, the lead magnet that I use for the Ultimate Course Creators Academy is the Ultimate Course, or the Ultimate Course Creation Planner. So this planner walks my students and my leads through step by step how to nail your niche, how to understand and define your dream students, how to outline and action your online course, and how to like get into the detail of your course, what's going to actually look like, and going into how to name it, how to price it, how to deliver it, etc. So only people that are interested in how to create, launch, and sell online courses are even going to opt into the Ultimate Course Creation Planner. And as you can see, if you look at the Ultimate Course Creation Planner and you look back over at my course itself, it is all basically high-level overview of what I'm teaching inside the Course Creators Academy. So it's a snippet of what you're teaching in there without giving, this is a 6-module course over 60 days. So you can't possibly, like, people have the question, what if I give away too much? You really can't give away too much. Like, anybody really can look any of this information up online, like, Google or YouTube or AI. It's not necessarily information that people need help with. It's implementation that people need help with. It's the coaching. It's seeing the blind spots. It's the accountability. So, feel free to be generous and, giving away your best stuff for free, because that's going to help you to build trust in the niche for the problem that you solve, and build those relationships and wow your people, right? If you over deliver and for free, then also your members are going to be like, if she gives us or he gives us as much for free, what can we expect? That and more inside their paid containers. So keep that in mind as you're working through your lead magnet for your online courses and coaching programs. And then once you have your lead magnet, then you're looking at how you're driving traffic. So what your visibility strategy is, and how to promote that lead magnet to be able to start generating leads. So you basically say, if you're doing marketing on social media, then you would create a post and talk about your lead magnet on a social media platform or on a YouTube channel or so forth. And you would have in the call to action, inviting your members to comment a keyword to be able to have you say, if you're using, especially if you're using like mini chat funnels, comment, like drop the word planner below and I'll send you my free Ultimate Course Creation Planner. And from there, I have automations built in my business that automatically deliver that. Or if we're using paid marketing like Facebook ads or Meta ads, then your lead would then see that ad on Facebook or Instagram, and then they would opt in. And in exchange for this lead magnet, your lead would then provide their email address to you in exchange for that freebie. And once you've gotten that email address, then you can further nurture those leads through email marketing. And then you build out from there a sequence to deliver the lead magnet, which we would call like our welcome email. So it's a thank you for opting in, and delivers the email. And then you have a series of emails that nurture your audience and help them to learn more about the particular topic, more about you, why you created your particular program and services, etc. And then you would have a sales sequence. So that is your sequence to be able to attract, nurture, and convert your leads, all coming from the teaser, the lead magnet that led people in naturally to your offers. So going back to the question, says, he's got the sales page. And the other point I would just say, like starting with the sales page first is really going to help you too, because that exercise of going through the sales page, and even if it's a draft sales page, it doesn't have to be fully like designed and optimized out, but going through the exercise of writing your sales page is a forcing function of helping you to determine everything that's included in your offer. So not only, how to name your offer and how to position your offer, how you're going to speak about it, but also what you're going to include in it, how long it's going to be, so, how you're packaging it, what the deliverables are, etc. So that's going to help you build all of that out, so you know what you're building when you do build it. It's going to help you figure out, like if you're teaching it live or you're doing a beta round, it's going to help you to determine your start dates, how long the program's going to run. It's going to answer a lot of these questions for you. So I always recommend at least doing the draft version of your sales page first, so you know exactly who it's for, what's included, how much it's priced, how long it's going to run, all of those different various factors. And all of that too, if you look in the Ultimate Course Creation Planner, and I'll link that in the description box below for you too, we do kind of talk about all of that and help you to map that out as well as you're working through the planner. And then, of course, if any questions you have or anything that you want some feedback on as you're working through this planner, bring them to our community on Skool, and we would love to give you some guidance, myself and your peers, to be able to give you some guidance on that. It walks you through how to do competitor analysis and all of those different things, and understanding who your ideal client is. But when you kind of get more towards, the packaging, outlining it, what to include. So it has a section here for you, helps you to be able to organize all of your modules and break down the lessons in each module, etc. And then what those transformations are inside each particular lesson and each particular module itself. So go ahead and grab that if you haven't already grabbed it. So the next question is, and Tony will definitely need to know this, and it's important for each of you to be able to understand this, is especially when you're writing out your sales page first, is because you're coming up with your pricing, right? So this question is, how do you decide the pricing for your courses, memberships, and programs? So that is a beautiful question, and I'm excited to be able to dive into that for you. So when we're talking about pricing, I think I have a slide here for you. So when you're talking about pricing here, kind of in module 4 in Course Creators Academy is where we start really talking about the pricing. So the plan and preparing your course for delivery. So it's really time here is where you want to start to address the question of what to charge, and being able to decide on these specifics on, what you're including as well is really, really important. So when you're picking your pricing and you're going through this exercise, you want to look at the value of the transformation that you're offering, of the overall result that you're offering, not just the content inside the course. So one of the questions I encourage you to ask yourself here and to think about is, what is it worth to someone to finally be able to solve this problem that they have and reach this particular milestone with your support? So when you're going through this, and the question of pricing a course versus a membership versus a program, those are all like 3 different levels of containers as well too. So when you really got to think about the container that you are offering, the length of the container, et cetera, and the proximity to you. The more proximity that your client has to you, the more you can be able to price, the higher you can price your transformation and your course on. There's only one of you. And so the more access they get to you, the more you can charge for those particular courses. If you're having a self-paced course where it's a course, it's an evergreen course, students can opt into it and do self-study without you 24/7, around the clock, then you're going to have that priced lower because there's less of you. It's a done, you created it once, it's done. You may go back like on an annual basis and so forth and update it to make sure the content is still relevant, but there's not a live component with you or a weekly service component with you, so to speak, of live coaching and Q&A. So when you're kind of thinking about that, thinking about like, what's the transformation worth to the person that you're solving the problem for? And how is it really, thinking about how it's really going to change their life by being able to receive that transformation. And that's different, right? It's different depending on, the niche that you're in, whether it's health, wealth, or relationships, or if it's a hobby niche and so forth. So when you anchor your price to the outcome instead of the format, you're going to feel more confident when you're charging and your ability to be able to scale your programs. And also keeping in mind, when you're first creating an online course or coaching program, you will likely want to, I encourage you to host your first version as a beta round. And that beta round is the opportunity to build it live with your members. So you can have a lower entry price point to that particular online course or coaching program because you're building it out with your members. And they're getting an incredible deal because they're getting the most proximity to you, especially if you're going through the beta round versus once it's an evergreen scalable product and it's just like a self-paced course. Or maybe you have a self-paced course and you have various tiers. So it could be self-study where it's a purchase at one particular amount. Then it could be self-study with done with you. So maybe you have some done with you components where you have live Q&A sessions or live Zoom calls, maybe it's weekly or bi-weekly or bi-monthly, et cetera. Or you may have some live or, the course plus service where it's done with you. And then maybe also you have some done for you services available where you're helping them with the implementation. For instance, in my niche, it could be, I'll help you build your website, or I'll help you build out your Skool community, for example, or your marketing. So you want to consider the level of access that you are providing and that you're supporting your members with. Again, is it a DIY? It's, a course, this evergreen course out there with no feedback. That's going to be a lower price point. Or does it include levels of done with you from coaching calls to group coaching calls, personalized feedback, like what I have in the hub? And the hub right now is for free. We will, continue to look at that to maybe looking at monetizing the free community at some point. But for now, it is free. And I have paid programs inside and services inside of the classroom for people to be able to jump into when they're ready at that particular point. So, but for now, that is my over delivery for the community, is not only these live Q&A calls, but also personalized feedback and support. That may be, as the community grows and the demands on the community grow, that I then monetize the community and, start to, maybe it's a $7 community and I scale it up to like a $97 community and continue to look at the services that I'm offering in there. So that, is also another model too. And then do they have lifetime access to the course, or is it a time limited container? So for instance, Course Creators Academy, the Signature Course Launch System is another one of my signature programs. And that is a 1-year time frame. So they get 12 months access to the Signature Course Launch System when you invest in that program. So that is a one-time investment of $777, or 3 payments of $297, or 12 payments of $97. And that is for 12 months of access. So that's where you get 12 months you get free access to the course content for life, but you get 12 months access to me and to the community and to all of the service provisions that I provide, from the live Q&A calls, the Zoom mentoring calls, the personalized guidance feedback, the video feedback that I give you, and so forth. So you want to price for where you're going, not just for where you are. So you can always raise your prices as your confidence grows and your social proof grows. So the more you're getting, the more students you're enrolling, the more success stories that you're getting from the particular transformation that you're offering, the more you can continue to scale your prices. So you want to, again, like start with the beta price. So for example, if you have a 12-week course like what you do, Tony, you could start with the beta offering. The first round you could sell for, say, $497, and maybe that is like $1,000 off of what you're offering, or maybe it's $500 off, and then you could test that price. You want to test. Everything is testing. And looking as well, when I talk a lot about pricing too in Course Creators Academy, we also look and also for the goal setting workshop that we did last week, that will give you some guidance in the resource I provided with that as well. And really looking at, your whole product suite, right? How many products and services that you have in there, as well as what your income goals are. So are you looking to have, be able to generate a full-time income from your business, and knowing what that number is for you? What does full-time look like for you? That's going to be different for everyone. So, and then you want to factor in, like, for instance, if your goal is 100K year, you want to break that down into 12 months. So how many, over 12 months, that generally was at $8,999 if you divided that 100K into 12. And then from there, then if your course is $1,000, then you're going to know that, you need to sell X amount of spots. I do have somebody coming here. Yeah. X amount of spots to be able to sell that particular online course to, reach that goal that you have every single month. So looking at that, looking at the price, for example, like if you want to earn 5K a month and your course is $97, that essentially means you're going to need to make 52 sales a month to be able to get to that. If your course is $497, then you're only going to need to sell 10. So you want to kind of factor that in, factor in the overall transformation, factor in, is this a beta course that you're launching? You only, that first round, you can do round 1 of your beta and then round 2 of your beta. So that first round you can sell for $497. That's what I did with Course Creators Academy. My first round, I did the beta at $497. And then the next round, the beta price is $997. And then it will continue to go up. So the more, again, proximity to you, the more you're including in not only the course, but also what that transformation ultimately means for your students. So kind of look at that, as well as, looking at your audience size too, is going to really, help you determine your pricing too, because if you have no audience to start with, it's going to be harder to be able to sell a course for $97 than it is going to be and make your income goals as it is for $497 or $997 and so forth. So kind of looking at that, kind of looking at, again, what is your overall income goal? How much revenue do you want to generate for the year? Is it, replacing your full-time income? Is it, having part-time income? Is it something more? Generally we see, like, students, if they're part-time, kind of wanting to earn their first 2 to 5K and then kind of going up to 10K and beyond. So doing that and then reverse engineering, like, what that transformation is, is it a done for you? I mean, done a self-study course? Is it a course plus coaching? So is there a coaching component? Is there so done with you? Is it a course plus coaching plus service? So looking at all of those and then pricing from there. So it can, pricing really can bring up a lot of imposter syndrome, really, for, like, women especially. But, trust your experience, look at the process, the transformation, and understand it's having real value, as well as, we talk a lot in Course Creators Academy too, is doing some market research as well and seeing what your competitors are offering. So if they are offering a course with similar transformation, see what they're packaging and pricing that online course for, that coaching program for, and kind of, you want to kind of be in that sweet spot in the middle, right? Especially if it's your beta, right? So if you're beta, you definitely want to, get as many people in as you can at that beta price to be able to work with your students. But kind of looking at where are they pricing it, if it's a course, a lot of courses, are anywhere from the, if it's a low ticket course, a shorter transformation, you could have courses from, $7, $17, $27, $37. But for courses that are, larger transformations, which you're looking at, you could have anywhere from $997, $1497, $1997, and, beyond, up to $25,000, dollars a month or a year, a course, depending on what is included in that particular transformation. If it's a mastermind, masterminds go anywhere from, 10K a month and beyond. So, look at the transformation, look at what your audience is already investing in, what are they willing to pay for that particular transformation. This easily by looking at what your competitors are doing, what they're offering that similar transformation for in the marketplace. And then, looking at what your revenue goals are for your business. And then also looking at, how much we're going to price it for, but then what does your audience look like? Do you have any leads? Have you started building a lead list at all for this particular transformation, or are you starting from zero? Because that's also going to determine, for instance, if you are marketing via email marketing and the conversion rates being 1% to 2% of your list. So kind of factoring in, if you generate 1,000 leads for that and you're converting 1% to 2% at X dollar amount for your course, is that going to meet your revenue target for the month? Right. So that's really important as you're going through kind of to map all of that out. So you're pricing it high enough that you're excited to show up for it and to help people get this transformation, and it's worth your time, as well as that, it's hitting your revenue goals as well. And that it's exciting for members coming in as beta members to be on the ground floor with you and to get this kind of proximity from you, because they know like you're going to over deliver for them on this particular course and transformation, because this is your baby, like you're building it with them and you want them to get incredible results. So then you can use all of their results as social proof and being able to bake that into your messaging and marketing going forward. So not an exact science. There is a science to it. There is a skill to pricing, but there's not like a cut and paste answer. It depends on, again, you starting ultimately with your revenue goals, right? And looking at what that transformation is. So give that a try, kind of go through and look at that. I also think in the planner for you, in the Ultimate Course Creation Planner, there's some pages in here for you to kind of looking at the full pricing, how many payments, and breaking down your payments as well. So are you having a pay in full option? Are you having any payment plan options? And you can increase the amount up to like 15% of the payment itself to be able to have some payment plans so people can invest in that. Are you going to have any early bird discounts as well? So that's something typically, like if you, for instance, have a course that's $999, maybe the early bird members that are in that particular course, if say you host a workshop and people that are live on the workshop get the early bird discount only available for, during the workshop, maybe up to 24 hours off the workshop. And maybe that is priced at $777. And then you launch it to the public for, $888. And then the full price is $999. And then also you can also look at VIP packages as well. Like Course Creators Academy right now has a VIP package for you to be able to get some one-on-one service time with me for just $499. And that is typically $1499. So those are some other ways as well to generate additional revenue on the back end. And you can limit that as well by having an X amount of spots that you're serving people in that one-on-one capacity, or maybe that isn't even like on one-on-one containers, maybe it's a mastermind. So that's another way to be able to leverage your time and being able to generate additional revenue by serving those members that are in that, say, done for that self-study course, and then you have the VIP package with them, or maybe it's like the course plus weekly live Q&As sessions for all of the members that are in the course, and then those that are your VIP students then get another call with you, Zoom mentoring call with you. And then maybe also they get a personalized like roadmap session or strategy call with you once, twice, 3 times throughout the program. So that's really how you can scale your, say $999 course. You can really scale it multiple thousands of dollars by having your VIP packages as well, and helping people at scale by offering them in mastermind containers. So I hope that answered your question. That was really a good question that we spend a lot more time on inside of the academy. But definitely starting with the transformation, that knowing what your topic is, starting with the transformation, understanding what the market is already investing in and is willing to invest in is going to be a good place. And then knowing what your revenue goals are, et cetera, to being able to price that. And when you're looking at your revenue goals too, not only like the income goals you have for your living expenses, but also making sure that you're factoring in your business expenses too, and taxes and so forth. So that's important too, when you're looking at your overall revenue targets and determining that. I think we were kind of diving into that today. Yeah, this is a presentation I'm working on right now that I haven't delivered yet, but even like looking here, like your entry level, premium self-paced courses with limited live components. And this is what we were talking about with having like the course plus weekly live Q&A, anywhere from that $997 to $1997. And then here, even, when you're doing the beta, you could, knock $500 off of that, or knock $250 off of that as that beta pricing. When you're thinking of like, if you are marketing via like meta ads, the price point that really has shown converts, relatively well to colder traffic is that $97 a month price point to cold traffic. So if you're thinking of like, if you're using any funnels in your business, if you're funneling in through like a tripwire funnel, for instance, if you have your free course creation planner or your free lead magnet, and then your lead opts in, and then they upgrade to, say, maybe you have some templates or tools or resources that they're upgrading to, and then they go to the one-time offer page inside the funnel. That's where you can offer an entry point into your membership, and maybe it's like has a countdown timer. Maybe you only have 48-hour access into the paid course or coaching program. That price point in that particular funnel, which has shown to convert well to cold traffic, is about $97 a month. So that helps you, like if you're looking at, say, for instance, signature course launch system is $777 one-time investment, or 12 payments of $97. That's how you would then promote that and be able to convert from cold to close into that particular funnel, because that price point is at that lower end of $97 a month. So I hope that makes sense. And then your mid-tier, these are your comprehensive programs with the group coaching and community support. So you could, anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 and upwards. And then again, like if you have VIP packages that are on top of that, then that's other ways to scale your income. And then high end, anywhere from 5,000 to 25,000. My first coaching program I invested in was a 6-month transformation on how to build a coaching business from like A to Z. For $6,000 for 6 months. So essentially $1,000 a month. So, and I know like my son, he and his company just invested in one for their electrical business, and theirs was on the $25,000 end. So again, it's all relative to the transformation that you're offering, and then, all of the things that you're including in that and your proximity to you. So let me know if you have any more specific questions about that, Tony. I will go back and timestamp. I forgot about doing that. Timestamp the answer for you to be able to get you right to that as well. So that is it for now. I hope that you found today's training helpful. If you have any other questions or would like to join us over in Skool, we would love to have you as one of our founding members inside of our Skool community. So I will drop all the links below. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below this video or in the Skool community, and I will circle back and be able to get you tools and resources available for you too. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm trying to come back on the screen. Thank you so much for joining us. I really enjoy being live with you. I love receiving all of your questions, and I will see you in our next video. Bye for now.